so I'm still having issues with the live stream, but this time it's because of my camera. So go figure. But that's okay. For your class, what we're going to do is we're working on the computer anyways with working on a few things with the house design presentation. So I'm going to go over here to the stream real quick and show you the agenda. So you do have a bell ringer. It's simply, are you getting on YouTube or not? It's a very simple bell ringer, just again to see who's actually getting there or not. Working on your presentation for the house design is the thing that we're kind of going to focus on this week. After this week, though, I'm not going to focus on it anymore. And then we're going to keep going. One of the things I do want you guys to do is look up Edpuzzle. Okay, so Edpuzzle is, if you simply like log into it, it comes up. That's literally what it's called. It's edpuzzle.com. So if you guys could look that up to see, make sure you have access to it, that'd be great. Just so when we're doing those videos for Revit, I'm going to have you guys answer some questions. So those Edpuzzles will become, you know, you will get graded on those. So make sure you're actually doing those as we get forward here. All right, so again, we're going to talk about this house design presentation. So right here we have the house design presentation. Right here is the rubric for it. Again, ignore the rubric. You guys aren't really doing that part. This right here is what you need. So again, you have to have it approved by me. I can't stress this enough. Please make sure that you get it approved by me. All right. Now there are different house designs that you can look up, but make sure you look at the different house designs. The chapter reading, let's go see that for a second. So the chapter 1 book reading here, which you guys should be doing, in here it has, oops, a lot of different house designs on here. Now, there are more than what is here. So make sure that you are looking these up, okay? So I'm going to do Gothic Revival. So I'm going to type into YouTube here, Gothic Revival. All right, and I automatically get these different housing images, okay? So if I go to image results, you can see these houses. A lot of them are churches. They're not even houses. They're actually like churches. The couple ones that are houses, very gorgeous houses. But you see how this is very unique and very different than if I were to go over here. Why is it on Yahoo? I don't know. If I go over here and I go, instead of Gothic Revival, let's do Greek Revival, since those two were on the same page here. Yeah, why am I on? That's weird. All right, I'm going to have to fix that later. All right, so if I go on to Greek Revival, completely different house designs, okay? So we have more of a pillar look here than we do with the Gothic Revivals. So there's the Greek Revival. Here's the Gothic. Two different house designs. Obviously, those two different house designs have a lot of specifications that you need for them, okay? So I'm going to exit out of these. And we're going to go back to this presentation. So for you guys, you can go to view assignment and you can click on slides here to create a presentation. I can't do that. So I'm actually going to go to my Google Drive, which I have a little recording thing up here, so I can't hit my little 9 bar here. So I'm going to create a Google slide. Now, over here, again, you have to get it approved by me first, okay? So I do need an email or something or a comment, whatever have you. Even if you want to go to Google Classroom, go to the stream, and right here, I'll even put it in here, comment on the house design you want to pick here. That way I can get it approved for you, okay? So I did put it there, so now you guys can see it. All right, for those of you who are paying attention or not. Again, I can't live stream right now, which really, really stinks. YouTube is being a pain. So we're going to do these videos. So obviously, don't worry. I'll get back to you by today. So no worries there. You should be also working on your chapter 1 too, because I know a lot of you guys didn't finish it. All right, so let's say I'm doing my presentation and I'm going to, since I started with Gothic, we'll continue with that here. So I'm going to do Gothic Revival. Now again, I have to have these certain must-haves. Not only do I have to get it approved, but I have to have these certain must-haves. We're going to actually pull this out like this. And get rid of YouTube here for a second. Pull it out like that. Minimize it. Then we're going to pull this out. Minimize it. And then there we go. So we got these two things here. All right, so I can see my must-haves and my title video here. So obviously I'm going to have a title page. If I hit Control M, it automatically will put another PowerPoint down there. So right now I'm not going to worry about a theme. I'm just getting things in here. So again, this is a presentation of some manner. It doesn't have to be anything specific. This will work. If you want to do a poster, go for it. I don't care. However, make sure that you take a picture of it then. So we're going to describe the house. That has to be one of the presentations. So again, looking at that Gothic Revival, there's certain things, just looking at a picture of the house, I can kind of pinpoint. One thing is that it's very medieval looking. Tall windows. There was, let's pick up a picture, that way I can kind of, so I can kind of show you guys. But you can, and there's the French have a different version of the Gothic Revival too, so make sure you guys look at that. But looking at these houses, you know, I have these parpettes, I have these, again, the very tall windows, very thin tall windows. I could add that into that. Just looking at these house designs, there's, I think this one is where they would have the gargoyles. Let's look in this picture. I love the gargoyles. This one's got crosses, so this one must be a church. But some of the Gothic Revivals actually have like gargoyles on them and different things of that nature. So that's what I would put here. Anything that is associated with the description of the house. Now this is stuff you can look up too. So remember, I said one of the things I want you to do is I want you guys to look up, oh, there's lesson plans I could give you. Oh, not that evil. we'll do Wikipedia just for the sake and simplicity of this. So let's say I'm using Wikipedia. You guys are not allowed to use Wikipedia. I'm using this as an example. So I hit Control-C to copy this up here. And let's say I got all my information from there. I would hit Control-V. And voila. That's all I'm really looking for as far as URLs and sources are going. Okay. Again, let's just keep it simple for right now. So description of the house. First thing you guys should be there doing. Also, make sure you got an image. So I'm going to go back here for a second. Ooh, that's actually a really good Gothic type house. So I'm going to copy this image. So make sure you're putting images on here. I would like you to guys also source where you got the images from. Okay. So make sure you put another link down here to show me where you got the images from. The next thing I want you to do is pros and cons. So this is good things and bad things about the house design, okay? And you really have to do this thing called reading to look that up, okay? So I'm actually going to change this slide format. So I'm going to apply a different layout. And I'm only applying the different layout because I should be able to copy that. I'm applying different layouts because I want to, there we go. Because I want to be able to change this one, and I just copied that, guys. Copied the box. Cons. So, again, pros are something great about the house. This can be an opinion even. Because one person might say, hey, that's not a good thing, and then another person might completely disagree with you. So cons are the opposite of that, okay? Something bad about the house. Again, it could be an opinion. It's completely up to you guys. So the next thing that we're going to do, gonna apply a different layout again. So once you got pros and cons, you have best suited. So this is, you know, for better lack of a word, location of the home. Now, for the Gothic Revivals, that specific house design, you really can put that one anywheres, any type of climate. Okay, just looking at that previous picture I posted, it can kind of go anywheres. So, if that is honestly your thing, can be built anywheres. Okay, if that is honestly your thing, then you have to put another option, which is mostly located, and then explain to me where they're mostly located though. Okay, so yeah, you can say, hey, yeah, it can be built anywhere, but where is it mostly located? For instance, salt box, those types of house designs, they originated from Maine and Massachusetts. Okay, so there's a lot of those types of house designs in those states. So make sure you're paying attention to where is it mostly located, why is it located there, so on and so forth. Again, this one doesn't really play a role here. But this is the environment effect on the house design. Now, this is where for some of you, you might not have a specific, apparently I can't spell today, you might not have a specific, hey, like an igloo. Obviously, it's cold. There's a lot of ice. Therefore, we build igloos. Now, that would be something that would affect the house design. However, there's other things in the environment that can affect the house. So, for instance, if Gothic Revival, it could be time period. Okay. So for this one, it could be the time period that affected that renaissance of that design. So kind of go into detail. Okay, if it wasn't the environment specific, what else about it? Those windows, the reason they're so narrow and tall for Gothic revivals is because of glass actually being so expensive. So maybe that's something, the environment affected the house design. So really look into why they built the houses the way they did. An environment is not just climate, okay? It's people, it's should be writing this down. It's people, it's the places and things associated with the area, okay? Other than climate, okay? Climate, yes, does play a role, but it's not a big role. So this is price. So again, this is simply, you know, where's the money, honey? All right, so how much does it cost to build it? That one's pretty simple. The next one is land requirements. So again, Gothic Revival, those are huge houses. They're going to require a little bit more land to put them on. So first thing I would look up is average square footage of the house. Okay, what's the average square footage? Now, a log cabin, normally you try to stay under 800 square foot. My house, which you could argue that my house is a ranch. Oh, bloody tired. Sorry, guys. My house is a ranch style. You could argue it. Really isn't. Doesn't have that full L, but you could argue. And, you know, I'm a one floor, one story house. I have roughly 1,500 square footage of property, or 1,500 square footage of house here. And my house is on 0.3 of an acre. Okay. That's all it's really required to be on. That's all I really need. I do have other property, yes. I actually have like 16 acres of other property, but it's not attached to the house. So make sure you're paying attention to that and saying, okay, so I need this much square footage for the house. Then what's the average acres needed for that square footage? Okay, so kind of look it up. Go to housing websites. Okay, so the housing websites like Zillow's one. I think there's another one. I think it's called My House. I don't know. It's one of those. But look up those different places to see what the land requirements are. You can even do that for the pricing too, for in your area. Now, so this is again an opinion question. So what I would do different. So what would you do different? Okay, it can be anything. Maybe you would put up bigger. There we go. Bigger windows. Okay, so for the Gothic Revival, they have really narrow windows. Maybe you would put up bigger windows, so make them a little wider. Maybe Gothic Revivals, they either have light colors or dark colors. There's no really in between. Maybe you would make your design have pastel colors to look less scary. Okay? I don't care what it is you would make different, but I would like for you guys to come up with at least 3 different things, okay? So come up with 3 different ideas, and there you go. And again, I want just a URL of where you got that information here, and make sure you put in plenty of pictures. At this point, if you wanted to put in a theme, go for it. You know, the choice is completely up to you at this moment. So if you want a theme, go for it. Okay. Completely up to you. But you have to have, so you're going to wind up with 8 slides total at the end of this. The last one's an opinion. And the first one is your title slide. Make sure that you actually put your name there too. All right, so those are your must-haves. This is roughly what the presentation should include. Make sure you do include it, and make sure it looks good. So that's more or less what your grade's going to be on. Again, I'm going to put actually in this assignment here, I'll make it big again. In this assignment here itself, I do have an option to put in a rubric, so I will be doing that later on for you guys. And actually, I'm going to probably do that right after this video. So that's what you guys should be doing, more or less. I kind of went into real big details. Hopefully, I can actually get the Google Live working so you guys can actually look at me. But please make sure you subscribe. Make sure that you actually click on the bell icon so that you can actually get the videos, okay? I'm going to try to start them at the beginning of each class, because I am definitely paying attention to when you guys are supposed to be in class and when you're not supposed to be, because otherwise I would go nuts and not know what day it is. So again, have a great day. Make sure you're doing your work diligently, guys. And that's about it. Have a great day. Bye.